Hey, what's up, comrades? Hope everyone's doing great. I kind of put this one off for a little bit, just the recording, but I guess we might as well get to it. So this is the last of our like police quest plus Ready or Not, because it's kind of like SWAT 4, but and SWAT 3, but like the spiritual successor. From what I heard, I would say it is not, because those games are playable, and this game can go fuck itself. Yes, I did not enjoy Ready or Not by any stretch of the imagination. It was a slog to get through like the first 4 or 5 levels that I played, and then they started adding like these trip mines to like doors, and I was like, oh my god, damn, dude. And then the AI is awful, and I tried to find some mods that would like make the AI less stupid, like on your end, and less like 100% hitting me from like the across 2 rooms through a window that I can't even, and like one-shotting me, which happened all the fucking time. And it's like, cool, I'm fine with like the realistic nature of something, but it's like, how? Like, and when I say how, it's like I will have my team. So if you watch my SWAT 4, SWAT 3, it's exactly like this. I guess we'll start with this. If not, this is a tactical shooter. So you have main character who's you. The story is virtually non-existent. There's like all these videos. I've even listened to a couple of them by like Lord Croc or whatever his name is, and then Wendigoon, and they just went into like hours long videos about like how the like the world building and like all the stuff going on in this city, and how there's like connected levels and all this stuff, and like you really gotta I was like, oh, maybe you can just like wander around and get some of the information. And it's like, no, you gotta like dig really fucking deep to get that. And I'm like, it's retarded. Like if you ever played like a Soulsborne game, specifically like Dark Souls, and you are like completely lost about the story, about what's going on, but then you spent like 5 minutes like reading some item descriptions and actually listening to what people are saying, and you're like, okay, I get the gist. Like this is not that. Like this is like far beyond that. This is like, I don't know where the fuck you're getting this information from. Like I'm listening to the briefs, I'm listening to the emergency room calls, and then I'm reading like some of the stuff that you get in like the briefs, right? About like the situation, about the characters involved and whatnot. And it's like you literally got to like see a sign on a wall that has like a name, and then like 3 levels later, you see like the same name on the wall. And you're like, these levels are connected. And I'm like, holy shit, man. Like, you autistic nerds out there spend way too much fucking time on this. Like, there's no story in this fucking game. Let me just be straight honest truth. Like, it's just like SWAT 4 and SWAT 3 in that each individual, and SWAT 2, to be honest. Well, SWAT 2 had more of a story. That game was shit, though. But each individual, like, level has, like, a story. So it's like, something happened, someone made a bomb threat, someone killed a cop, someone, kidnapped their family or killed their mom and all this stuff. And then, you get in there and it's just like, it's whack a fucking do. So like in SWAT 4, it's like, hey, this guy has his wife kidnapped in a house and he's barricaded the place, and we got to bust in and like get him because he's threatening to like shoot the neighbors, or he's like firing their gun off in the house. And you go in there and there's him and his wife, and it's like good to go. Then there's a level here in Ready or Not, and it's like, oh hey, there's a guy and his brother living in an apartment, and then they own like the 2 apartments next to it, and then there's neighbors who are like locked up in their apartments or have fled. And you're like, okay, cool, sounds good. And you show up and there's like 20 fucking dudes, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, where all these motherfuckers with like military grade weaponry just like show up from? And they have like a huge like server farm in here, and there's obviously got like child pornography, right? And that's why the whole thing is sketchy. But it's just like, what the fuck, man? Anyway, that's not even my biggest issue with the game, right? So the way the game works is, if you're completely unfamiliar and you haven't seen any of my previous videos, if you played SWAT 3 and SWAT 4, it plays just exactly the same, and it has the AI, it has worse AI than SWAT 4, which was so super bad. It was like unplayably bad. And so this is also unplayably bad. Because, well, no, I would say at times SWAT 4, without the mod, the whatever I called it, and SWAT 3's AI wasn't that good either, but it was better. SWAT 3 had the best AI, because I would literally be like, go clear this room, and they would go fucking clear the room. SWAT 4, when it was working, it was okay, because I'd be like, go clear this room, and they would just stare at the door sometimes, and I'd be like, please go clear the door. I'm ordering you, as your commander, to open the door, throw a flashbang in there, and go. And they would just all stack up on the door and sit there. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. This isn't that, but it's almost worse. Because I'll be like, clear this room. And they'll be like, got it. And they'll go, and they'll kick the door open, and they'll flashbang it. And then they'll all go in there, and they'll be like, clear, 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 clear. And I'll walk in and get shot dead. And I'm like, oh, my God. Like, what the fuck? Or they'll be like, clear, 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 clear. And then I'll go in, and there'll be like a closet. Listen, there'll be a closet door that goes nowhere with no one inside it. And I know this because when I died from the explosion that was on the inside of the closet door, that would be impossible to set up unless someone was actively in there in a tiny closet with a fucking grenade, like sitting there, which is not what happened, right? I'll walk up to the door and I'll open it slightly with like a peek, right? And I'll look and there'll be nobody there. And then I'll open the door and I'll die because of an explosion, because there was a trap. And they'll be like, oh my God, damn it, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, how? How is this even set up like this? Like, it is like, for a game that is trying to be like super quote unquote realistic, it is like asshole stuff like this. And then you get these like just random goons, like again, who are working for like this guy who's running like a child pornography server and is like a streamer online. And he's got like a whole crew, like a posse of dudes living in these apartments with like military grade weaponry who can snipe me with like a fucking automatic pistol from like 2 buildings over. They're just standing in the room. And so my guys go in and they clear a fucking room, and then the guy is standing like there'll be a room, and sometimes it'll be like they go in, they clear the room, and they're like clear, and I walk in and I get shot from behind, and like behind like not even a wall, just like a couch. The guy's just standing there, and my guys are all just like staring at him, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and the game is very heavy-handed. Like, it likes to punish you if you do anything but, like, be Superman. And when I say Superman, I mean morally Superman. As in, like, if you don't, like, threaten... If you shoot, like, a single bullet at a guy, you get, like, docked points, right? If these guys who've taken this whole place hostage, if you go in there and one of these hostages dies, you get docked a lot of points. And you're like, motherfucker, these lunatics, we're going to kill everybody. And I saved everybody but one person. And you're like, fail, try again. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. What the fuck, man? And then once you do these lethal takedowns, and it's like, okay, so I'm going to do these non-lethal takedowns. And so you give everybody like beanbag shotguns and tasers and like fucking shields. And then you go in there and then all your guys die. And it's like, okay, so I'm going to give one guy a rifle. Until you go in there and he kills like 3 dudes and you get like you get like docked points because he killed somebody instead of arresting him. And I'm like, okay. Like, you're a piece of shit. It works, right? It doesn't crash. It's not Unreal Engine trash. Like, fucking, I'm playing Dragon Quest 3 remake right now, and I'm like, I wish someone had hacked the Switch version so that I could just play that on Ryu Jinx, because this fucking Unreal Engine 5 thing is like drives me nuts. I had the same issue with AI limit. Every Unreal Engine 5 game is a piece of shit that runs like garbage. And is like overheats your computer. And I have like my fan turned on maximum blast at like any increase of heat. I have a separate cooling thing on this fucking laptop to keep it cool. And it's like, it's not overheating and restarting. Like I found these like Unreal Engine 5, like this is like a totally different rant because I hate Ready or Not and I don't care about talking about it, to be honest. This is like a rant about Dragon Quest 3 remake. That game it's decent. I'm not going to say it's as good as like the original because it's not, but I like that I can have my whole team of like ridiculous nonsense, like a merchant and a fucking jester. And I can just like wander the land having a good time. So it does a good job. The worst thing about it is really, and I modded out all the woke shit they put in there, so I'm not worried about that because the Japanese version stayed true to like the original intent, so I just modded it back to that. Anyway. But it's like, I'll just be standing. I'm like looking something up, or I'm like talking to somebody in a town, and my computer will restart. And it's like, I hate you so much, Unreal Engine 5. Can we just stop using it? The fuck, man. It's like, this is why I don't play modern games. Like, I do, because I play Clair Obscur and all this other stuff, but it's like, I really hate it. I hate it so much. Can people just go back to making their own engines and Unreal Engine, or use Unreal Engine 4, which worked fine? Like, Jesus Christ. Okay, anyway, Ready or Not. So, you order your guys, they can do shit, they throw grenades, flashbangs, whatever, and then you get through levels, right? Okay. So I started playing. The game was bullshit. It like did not save my stuff, so I had to play the first level like 3 different times, which is like you go into a gas station and it's like, oh, there's 3 guys who ran into this gas station and there's like 5. Again, it's one of those things where it's like you just keep getting lied to, and it's not like, hey, be prepared for anything. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, where do these other guys just come from, right? And then like and then you have to hunt people down because like you'll shoot at somebody with your beanbag shotgun and it'll hit them, but it doesn't hit them strong enough to put them down, and they make a break for it. And then you get shot in the leg from a guy sniping with like a fucking Beretta pistol from like 2 towns over, and then so you're limping very slowly through this fucking level trying to track down this dude who's just like curled up in a closet somewhere, and it's like, oh my god, what? This is so boring. Like that's the worst part. Like the game's not. It's not even that it's bad or that it cheats essentially. And I found mods that were like, hey, cut that. This AI bullshit is insane. Like, and so like, okay, I'm glad it's not. It's like, am I just really bad at this game? That's fine. I can be bad at games. I can just cheat. I couldn't find any cheats, but I found mods, and the mods were like, make your AI not retarded, and make the enemy AI not like see through walls, and prepare bullet, like be set up for you coming through a door before you even get there, kind of situations, and be able to snipe you from like out of like a fucking 3 rooms over. Right, so even with that, it was bullshit because of the bomb situation. Because there's a level where it's like you got to find these people, and I beat this level. I'm not gonna, no joke. I got through this level 3 times, and all 3 times everything's cleared, but like a couple closets, right? And I'm like, oh, these goddamn closets, and I'm missing like 1 hostage, and I'm like, did the hostage just run? And so and I'm limping, and I'm walking through. This happened like all 3 fucking times, and I'm walking very slowly through all these rooms, and I'm like, all right. Let's do this. Let's fucking open these closets very carefully. And so I go and I peek in the first closet. I don't see a trap. So then I open the door all the way. There's no one in there. I go to the next closet, peek. Okay, no trap. Good to go. I get to the 3rd closet and I go to peek, and my guy kicks the fucking door open. And I'm like, there's a bomb, of course, and I die. And that pretty much happened like 3 times in a row. And I was about to give up. And I'm like, I'm going to give this one more try. I'm going to give everyone else the same shit. All I'm going to take is like look under the door shit and like a breaching shotgun so I can stand like across the room and blast the door in case there's a trap. Like I was super prepared. And then I'm in there and I'm clearing through this thing, and then and this is my fault, but I'd had enough. I wasn't doing it again. And I'm in like, I'm clearing rooms and stuff, and then like my son's running around because it's like super early in the morning and he likes to get up, and so that's when I like get to play video games mostly because he's like 2 and he's just like running around causing problems. And he like runs up and like slaps my controller that I'm holding to play this game, and he hits the shoot button right as I'm aiming at one of my own guys, and they all kill me, and that's the end of the level. And I was like, delete, I'm done with this game. So that's my review of Ready or Not. Don't play because they censored the game, and don't play because it's shit. Like honestly, SWAT 4 with the mod that like actually gives normal AI to both sides, so you can like have a reasonable chance to actually do things, is probably the best version of this game out of the 3. I liked SWAT 3 the best. They built it on like the. It seems like they built it on the same engine as like Half-Life, but it just works. And it works fine. And every time I asked someone to do something, they went and did it. And like it was pretty reasonable. And I did mod it, and I had some issues with it. But I feel like SWAT 4 was like egregious, and this game was just a piece of shit. Like fuck this game. Like, like for a game where it's like a guy's gonna like pistol whip me from like 6 towns over, and I'm gonna die to 1 hit. And it's so because it's like, oh, it's realistic. If you get shot with a bullet, you could die instantly. And I'm like, I am wearing like a ballistic helmet and like fucking the most heavy like kill resistant armor in the game, and dudes are still one-shotting me from like, you know, from Los Angeles to New York, and I'm like, okay, whatever, fine, we're gonna be realistic. And then I open a door which leads to a closet where it is impossible for someone to have set up like a triggering trap on the inside of this fucking door without being inside. So unless they broke through the fucking wall in the closet and then reconstructed the wall from the outside after they set this trap, like, they could not have done this. So you can go fuck yourself with your realism, Ready or Not. You're a piece of shit game, and I hate you. And yeah, go ahead, like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.